everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here and you found a little moment in your day to see what I am up to. For everyone who is new here, welcome. My name is Yanni and I'm doing this all about Christmas channel. On this channel you will find lots and lots of seasonal DIYs, but of course also daily decor DIYs. If you like this content, of course, I hope you click the red subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, so I hope you enjoy it. And for now, we are going to make some new tumbling tile blocks DIYs. If you like it, of course, come along with me, and if you only want to watch, have fun watching. For today's DIY, we need a couple of tumbling tile blocks, we need our glue gun, and we need our wax and our paint. Of course, paint at your choice. I just use this one, but you can use any color you like. What we're going to try to make, we're going to make two bottles, but I'm going to try to make them look so real as I can. It will be probably a vinegar bottle and an oil bottle, just you can use in your kitchen for your decor. So we will see how this will turn out. So we are going to start with the base of our bottle, and what we're going to do, we are going to make a square, and we are going to make a square first from a row of 3 like this. This is a 1 and this will be number 2. So you glue on the sides of your blocks like this, and of course try to get them as even as you can. This is already 1, so we are going to make 4 pieces of 3 like this. This is number 2, and I made bottles before, but I made them for the Halloween season and they didn't turn out the way I thought they would be. So I'm going to give it another try, but now I'm going to try to get them a little bit more real. But I don't know if I will succeed or not. That's you can leave a comment down below what you think of them. And of course this one you can use for any season. I'm going to try to probably do them for some vinegar and oil, but of course you can use them for anything. I will make, of course, also a little print for on top of our bottle, so you will see that also in a moment, and you can get the print also in our free printables, but that is later. First I'm going to try to get the bottle as real as I can. You see already this base we are made a couple of times earlier, so everyone who is here already a little bit longer knows already the base we are going to make. And of course I have to remove the glue like this. Now I'm going to, whoop. Now I'm going to give this side some glue, and I'm going to place this one against it like this, and try to get it as much in the square as you can, like this. And now we're going to do some glue on the sides like here, and we're going to place this one against it like this, and keep it in place for a little moment. And now we only need this part, and you will see he is totally fitting. A lot of you who already been here for a long time knows that one time it does fit, the other time it doesn't, because blocks are always different in shapes. So we're going to do some glue on this side and on the side on this, like here. And now we're going to place this one in between over here, and of course most of the time you have to work a little bit with it and then keep it in place for a couple of seconds, because glue from your glue gun is drying always very fast. And you see we already have our first square, and I'm going to make 4 of them. So but I will do that a little Four blocks are ready, so we can build them on top of each other, but we will do that in a moment. So I place them over here. What we're going to do, we're going to take again, and now we are going to make not rows of 3, but we are going to make rows of 2, because we need a little, at least what I hope it will accomplished that it looks more like a bottle with a neck. So I'm going to now do 4 of 2, and of course this one is also very easy to make. And this is already 2 pieces, and now we are going to do the third one like this, and this is already number 3, and now a number 2, and we are going to make also a little square like this, and again place some glue on the sides and place this one against the other one, the same like we did with our 3-piece like this. Only way we are going to get now a smaller square like this, and I have to be sure that I have it on the right spot or else it doesn't fit, and I have to remove the glue and some over here on the lines like here, and I can show it to you this way a little bit better. And now he's totally fitting inside of here, and we have our own little square. And if I am correct, then he will be falling inside just the way I did with my windmill I made with tumbling tile blocks. And you see he's fitting inside of here, so he gets a little bit more like a neck like this. And we are going to make, I think, 2 of them, but I have to be sure. So you see we have 1 of 4 pieces on top of each other like this, and we get 1, so we need another one. And I will make this a little the total of the top of our bottle. At least it has to look like a bottle. We will never, you will never know how things will turn out like this. This is already 1, and now we're going to do the second one on top of here and keep it in place for a little moment, and then the last like on the sides. And this is already our square, the smallest one. And now we are going to build it together, and we will see how much of the bigger squares we need to make a nice high bottle. And then we're going to finish it up with a real piece of a real bottle. Now from the bigger blocks, I'm going to glue 3 on top of each other, and I'm going to do that with some wood glue. So I do some wood glue on the tops of our like this. At least he's almost finished. I have already a new one, but I always say you have to make up what's still in the bottle because it's a waste of glue like this. And I'm going to place this one on top, and I have to be sure that I have him on the right spot. And I'm going to do some glue on this top. And I'm sorry it takes a little bit longer. Of course, maybe I can better do the next time when I do a DIY. I can better do some new bottle, because then you don't have to wait for me like this. And now I'm going to place this one also on top and let it dry for at least 1.5 hours. And of course I remove the glue also here and place it exactly on the spot I want to have it, so it's a nice square like this. And now you see already we are going to do also the ones of the 2 blocks we are going to glue together like over here. And I'm going to place this one, of course, on top of here and let it dry also. And then we, in a moment, we are ready to glue everything together. So you see, we have the under part, middle part and top part of our bottle. Of course, it is a decorative bottle because normally you could have to saw out little corners to make it a round, but this one is just a square bottle. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take two of the blocks, this, and I'm going to glue them inside like this, but halfway of the first block, this block, like this, and I'm going to place it halfway. I have to show it to you. Whoa, here you are. Like this, and I'm going to do two of them, so this one can fall inside of this one like this way. So I'm just taking some glue like this, and I'm going to place it inside, and of course I'm trying to get it on the same length as the other one. And of course we are going to do the second one, and I'm going to do my best to get it on the same half that I have this way, of course. And I have to be sure that I have it on the same spot. I hope I have it in the same direction, but we will see. Like, and you see already, he is not on the same direction. Do you think? You see already, one is a little bit higher than the other one. So I have to make sure that I get this one off like this, and I have to remove the glue and do it again, and making a little bit lower. You see, he's very easy to get the glue off, and I'm going to try to do it again and again until we have the right the right spot. And you see also with DIYing, everything can go around like this, and I have to place it a little bit lower like this. I have to be sure that I have it, and I try to look if I have. He still is too high. Of course I have to remove it again, because I want to have it on the right spot. So I'm going to take it off, and of course this one is a little bit harder to get off. I'll be back in a moment. Yeah, I got him. I got them inside. It was a little bit of a struggle. Maybe you have a tip or an idea for me how to get it here. Of course, I should have done it earlier before I did glue them together, but I did. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to do some glue on this side and on this side, and I'm going to glue it at the same like this, and I'm going to glue it. Now it looks wobbly because he is a little bit bigger, but if you glue it, he will stand up very straight. So that is not a problem, but we still have a smaller one. But before we're going to glue them also inside of the other one, I'm going to take a plastic bottle like this, and I'm going to cut off with my knife the top like this under here. I'm going to cut off because I'm going to use this for on top of the little smaller piece to make it look like a real bottle. And here you see already on my hands we have the top of our bottle like this, and of course the lid, but he will be painted in the black color. But what we're going to do, I'm going to glue this on top of the one with the pieces we only have one block. So I'm going to do just some glue around the sides like this, and I'm going to place it in the middle like this, and just let it dry, and make sure that the glue is working away, because that is not always a nice side to see. And like this, and you see now we have already the top of a little smaller bottle. So if you like smaller bottles and you like it to use in your tea tray, maybe you can also use something like this and just paint it in a color you like, and you already have for in your tea tray nice little bottles. Make some prints on top of here, and you already have your first bottle. But of course I'm going to do mine on top of this one, and I have to show it to you sideways like this. And now I'm going to glue this one inside, and this is the bigger bottle. We also make a smaller one. Now we have our first bottle finished. What I'm going to do, I leave this one because we didn't use this for the bigger bottle, but of course I'm also not going to use it for the smaller one, because what I'm going to do, I'm going to use it. But first I'm going to make the same like we did by the first bottle. We did 3 blocks of 3, but now I'm going to do only 2 blocks of 3, so he will be much lower than the bigger bottle. Of course, I showed to you this one a little bit, but I'm going to do the rest a little bit faster, because you already know how to make your first bottle, so I'm not going to bore you with that. So we have our 2 of 2, and now we're going to make 2 of 2. It's just counting 2 of 2 or 2 or 3. So like this, this is already in number 1. I will place this aside. Of course, you see already I am messing with my glue. I always do. I don't know why, but always when my camera is running, I have always one big mess on my table. And maybe you all have the same problem, but not everyone is of course filming it. But most of the time when my camera is running, it's always everything is falling down, or something is stuck, or something else. I don't know what it is, but every time again, like this. Now we're going to make again the smaller ones, like this. And again, we have to move it until we have a nice square, like this. Now we're going to do some glue on the sides, and we're going to place this one against this one. And with this kind of squares, it's just a base you use, but you can use it for any DIYs like this. You can use it for candle holders, you can use it for trucks, you can use it for anything. If you do this one, you can do it, like I said, you can do it in the 2-piece, you can do it in the 3, and everything in between. And it is really so easy to make. Everyone can do it. And this is already our first. And also our 2 pieces of 2 blocks is finished. And I also made one with 1 blocks, but I think you already know how to make this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to build them again up on top of each other like this. And we are going to build the base so we have the same like we have with the other bottle, but a little bit. In the meantime, while our pieces are drying from the wood glue, I take my spare square. It's a mouthful of, of words. At least I'm going to try to make a little planter out of it. We can place against our bottles like this, and I'm also making a little picture for it, so you can get that also, like I said, in our free printables. This will be the bottom, and the bottom will be on top of here. So it's very easy, just do some glue around the sides like here and like here, and we are going to place it in the middle like this. Squeeze it and press it down, and so we already have our own little planter. But of course I want to finish it off a little bit nicer than just the blocks, so I'm going to take 4 blocks. And then it looks a little bit nicer on top, I always say. I have to think. I'm going to do one on this side, on the tops. Just place this one against it, like this. And now we're going to do another block, and we do some glue on the tops again. We are going to place it against this one, like this. And also keep it in place for a little moment. And now, just with every square we make, this one is fitting also inside of here. So some glue over here and some glue over here. Oh, I see already it's a little piece of my wood broken off. I don't know how it's possible, but he did break, and he was already in the package this way. So I have to work with it, that it doesn't look like a real hole. And you see, now we have a nice square. I'm going to remove the glue from the sides, because or else it doesn't stuck very nicely on top of our planter. And so you get a nice border around it. And of course, a little over here. And now I'm going to glue this on top of here, so it gets a little bit smaller, but also a little bit nicer to see on the sides. So and then for this one, I'm going to use some wood glue. Then I'm sure that my border is staying on, like this. Over here and over here. Very easy. And so you can make a couple of them for in your decor. And this one is also the size you can use in a tier tray. So of course I think I'm going to turn it over. It's better than now. I can better get it in the middle. Like this. You see already I have to go a little bit backwards, like this. So, and now I'm going to let it dry for a little moment. Now our bottles and planter of course are in glued together. We are going to give them a color. I'm going to go for the lids with the the lids in the black color, and of course I'm going to do the top in the black color, and the rest I will do in some furniture wax, and then we're going to give it some label. And of course very easy, just the top, because the rest we will do in the furniture wax. But if you like white better, or maybe green or something else, just go ahead, do whatever you think is right. And of course don't forget the inside of this little corner, like here. You see, just the inside. You don't have to do it totally, but the little side over here. Pieces we are painted in the black color are dried up. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my furniture wax, or just you can use anything you like, and I'm going to give them a nice wax color like this, so it gives a nice rustic color before we are going to place a print on the front of our planter and our bottles, so it even looks more like a bottle, of course a decorative decorative bottle. First, I'm sorry, I thought I showed you both of my bottles, but I didn't. Now you see, these are both of them. Of course, they are a little bit not totally like a bottle, but when we are finished, I really hope they are looking like a bottle. But you see already two of them. And our planter, I'm going to take a piece of my kitchen towel, and I'm going to wipe away the rest of my wax, so it is a very smooth piece before I go to do my print and my rope around it. But first I'm going to wipe everything off until this clean. First thing what we're going to do to decorate our bottle is some twine, and I'm going to do it between the first layer and the second layer. So I'm just going to do a little dot of glue over here, and I'm laying a little bit of the smaller twine in between, like here, and let it dry for a little moment until it is stuck, so we can easily turn the twine around like this. And of course it's still not totally dry, so I'm going to do it very easily just around the corners, and keep it as low first as you can, like this. Oh, you see already he was not totally dried up. Of course, I have to wait a little bit longer, and I'm going to turn it over again like this and like this, and then we go make some rows above like this, and just turn a couple of times around. I will do that the rest out of camera, and then when I'm almost there, then I'll show you the next. Now I'm almost at the place where I want to be. I'm just going to cut it, just do a little glue on the side and just lay my twine inside of here. And of course that's a nice way to work or finish it off. And now we are going to go one higher, and we are going to do it on this side. So again, a little dot of glue, and we are going to lay our twine inside of here. But you also can use a piece of a ribbon, maybe black and white ribbon, or maybe something for the spring season. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to make sure that it is stuck, and then I'm going to go again around the sides and again turning and turning to the height I want to have it. And this is my height, but you can choose any height of you want, like this. I could do the rest, and when we are almost here, then I show it to you again. I'm halfway, and I'm going to cut it off like this, a little dot of glue around the lines, and place your twine in between and just push it until it is dried up. Of course, remove your glue immediately. And now we already need to do the top, because I want to also have it around my lid. Of course, the lid is over here, and I'm going to go to give a more of an accent to our lid, because he's now totally black, so it's a little bit hard to see. I'm going to lay it in here, let it dry for a second, and then we are going to turn it again. So all our bottles are finished with our twine, and what we're going to do right now, we are going to make 2 tags for on this bottle and 2 tags for on the other, and for of course for our planter. And I made them on my computer, so I already finished them off. And you can get them, of course, like I told you earlier, for free in our free printables if you want to use it. One for vinegar and one for olive oil, and of course one with plants. I'm going to cut them out, and we're going to do 2 on each of our bottles, and of course our plant holder of planter. I did cut out all the pieces I need. I'm going to use for the bigger one, I'm going to use the olive oil, and of course I have to show which side I want to have them on, and I think I'm going for this side. And of course I do one on this side, and of course one on the other side. I have my Mod Podge. I use a very this brand most of the time, but you can use some school glue, just what you have laying around. Of course I lay it on a piece of kitchen towel like this. Just do everything in the Mod Podge, but everyone knows already, I think, how to Mod Podge. So don't mind what I'm doing, just do whatever you think you always do. It's always the best. And I'm going to place it in the middle like this, and try to make no marks on the front of my picture, because I want to leave it in a matte finish way. So I have to turn it a bit like this. So this is already one. I will do all the rest of our pictures. The bottles are already a little bit big to show you in one piece in my camera. You see, we did olive oil already, and the vinegar here, and of course our plants. What I'm going to do, I'm going to make a very easy bow. Just take a piece of twine, and I'm just going to do it 3 times double like this, and I'm just going to make a little bow, just the way you tie your shoes, like this. And I'm just going to pull it out, pull this one down and this one Make sure that you have it in the right spot like this and just cut it off. And now you already have a nice easy bow, because I was missing something and I'm going to glue it. I have to show it to you. I will glue it over here, but a little bit sideways. But before I'm going to do that, the bow, I have some little tags like that. I have a green and a white one like this, the white color, and I'm going to write friends on the white color and I'm going to glue the green one behind it. So I show you that in a moment. This is better than I explained it to you in English. You see a green one and a white one, and like as you see, I did the word friends, but you can do any word you like. But of course you see it backwards. Don't worry, this is just my telephone. In a moment you see the right way. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the little openings on top of each other, but I am moving them a little bit like this, so you get a piece of the green and a piece of the white card. So before we're going to do some twine around it. Before I'm going to do my cards on top of our bottle, I'm going to take a little bit of my furniture wax, a little piece of kitchen towel, and I'm just wipe it off the most, because I want to give the text a little bit more rustic look. So I'm going to go around the sides like this to give it a little bit more like an old feeling, like it is a little bit more worn out. So it is very easy to do. Just go over it with your brush, and one place a little bit more than others, and like this, and you already get the look what we want. Of course we have to try also this piece, because or else we don't have the top of our white card. And of course we have to go inside like here, and now we have the totally of the whole card like this. And you see now he looks a little bit more older, and I think he looks better with our bottles right now. I will do the second one also, and then I'm going to glue them together. And now I took my tag and I fold the top a little bit like this, so it can hang on top of here. So I'm going to do some glue on the back side of my tag like this, and I'm going to hang it on this side. And of course I keep it in place for a little moment. I show it to you right now. You see, this is how it's looking like right now. And I'm going to take my little bow, do some glue on the back side, and I'm going to, I have to look where, of course I have to glue it like this. And now you see already our bottle is almost finished. I will do the rest of them, and right now you see how everything is turned out. And you see a quick impression of our tumbling towel blocks bottles, and I'm so happy how they turned out. They are fitting perfectly in my decor on my kitchen counter, so I'm really happy about it. I hope you give this DIY also a try, because you can make it any way you like. If you like this content and you're not subscribed to my channel, of course I hope you click the red subscribe button and give me a thumbs up, because it would help my channel a lot. For more DIYs, come on over to my description box. There you find all the links you need. Everyone, thank you so much for being here, and of course I hope to see you all on Wednesday.